This is the story of two ordinary people who met by chance, fell in love, and parted. The action of the play takes place in the waiting room of a railway station in the English provinces. The title of the play is Brief Encounter. Can I help you?
Oh, no, please. It's only something in my eye.
Please let me look. I happen to be a doctor.
It's very kind of you.
Turn round to the light, please. Now, look up.
Oh.
Now look down. Oh, wait a minute, I can see it. Keep still, please. There.
Oh, dear, what a relief. It was agonizing.
It looks like a bit of grit.
It was when the express went through. Well, thank you very much indeed.
Not at all.
How lucky for me that you happened to be here.
Anybody could have done it.
Oh, yes, but you did, and I'm most grateful. Well, there's my train. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Tea or lemonade?
Tea, I think. It's more refreshing, really. Do you like milk in your tea?
Yes, don't you?
Yes, fortunately.
Station refreshments are generally a wee bit arbitrary, you know.
Oh, I wasn't grumbling.
Do you ever grumble? Are you ever sullen and cross and bad-tempered?
Of course I am. At least not sullen exactly, but I sometimes get into rages.
I can't visualize you in a rage.
Well, I really don't see why you should.
Oh, I don't know. There are signs, you know. One can usually tell.
Long upper lips and jaw lines and eyes close together.
You haven't any of those things.
Do you feel guilty at all? I do.
Guilty?
Well, you ought to more than me, really. You neglected your work this afternoon.
I worked this morning. A little relaxation never did anyone any harm. Why should either of us feel guilty?
I don't know. A sort of instinct. As though we were letting something happen that oughtn't to happen.
How awfully nice you are.
When I was a child in Cornwall, we lived in Cornwall, you know. May, that's my sister, and I used to climb out of our bedroom window on summer nights and go down to bathe in the cove, which was dreadfully cold, but we felt very adventurous. I'd never have dared do it by myself, but sharing the danger made it all right. That's how I feel now, really.
Have a bun. It's awfully bad for you.
You're laughing at me.
A little. But I'm laughing at myself, too.
Why?
For feeling a small pang when you said about being guilty.
There you are, you see.
We haven't done anything wrong.
Well, of course we haven't.
An accidental meeting, then another accidental meeting, then a little lunch, then the movies. Now, what could be more ordinary, more natural?
We're adults, after all.
You know, I never quite see myself as an adult. Do you?
Yes, I do. I'm a respectable married woman with a husband and a home and 3 children.
But there must be a part of you deep down inside that doesn't feel like that at all. Some little spirit that still wants to climb out of the window, that still longs to splash about a bit in the dangerous sea.
Perhaps we none of us ever grow up, really.
How awfully nice you are.
You said that before.
I thought perhaps you hadn't heard.
I heard, all right.
I'm respectable too, you know. I have a home and a wife and children and responsibilities. I also have a lot of work to do and a lot of ideals all mixed up with it.
What's she like?
Madeline?
Yes.
Small, dark, rather delicate.
Oh, how funny. I should have thought she'd been fair.
And your husband? What's he like?
Medium height, brown hair, kindly, unemotional, or not delicate at all.
You said that proudly.
Did I?
What's the matter?
The matter? Well, what could be the matter?
You suddenly went away.
I thought perhaps we were being rather silly.
Why?
Oh, I don't know. We're such complete strangers, really.
It's one thing to close a window, but quite another to slam it down on my fingers.
I'm sorry.
Please come back again.
Is tea bad for one? Worse than coffee, I mean.
If this is a professional interview, my fee is 1 guinea.
It's nearly time for your train.
I hate to think of it. Chugging along, interrupting our tea party.
I really am sorry now.
What for?
For being disagreeable.
I don't think you could be disagreeable.
You said something just now about your work and ideals being mixed up with it. What ideals?
That's a long story.
I suppose all doctors ought to have ideals, really. Otherwise, I should think the work would be unbearable.
Now, surely you're not encouraging me to talk shop.
Do you come here every Thursday?
Yes, I come in from Churley and spend a day in the hospital. Stephen Lynn graduated with me. He's the chief physician here. I take over from him once a week. It gives him a chance to go up to London, and me a chance to observe and study the hospital patients.
Is that a great advantage?
Of course. You see, I have a special pigeon.
What is it?
Preventive medicine.
Oh, I see.
I'm afraid you don't.
I was trying to be intelligent.
Most good doctors, especially when they're young, have private dreams. That's the best part of them. Sometimes, though, those dreams get over-professionalized and strangulated, and... Am I boring you?
No, well, I don't quite understand, but you're not boring me.
Well, what I mean is this. All good doctors must be primarily enthusiasts. They must have, like writers and painters and priests, a sense of vocation, a deep-rooted, unsentimental desire to do good.
Yes, I see that.
Well, obviously, one way of preventing disease is worth 50 ways of curing it. That's where my ideal comes in. Preventive medicine isn't anything to do with medicine at all, really. It's concerned with conditions, living conditions, and common sense and hygiene. For instance, my speciality is pneumoconiosis.
Oh, dear.
Oh, don't be alarmed. It's simpler than it sounds. It's nothing but a slow process of fibrosis of the lung due to the inhalation of particles of dust. In the hospital here, there are splendid opportunities for observing cures and making notes, because of the coal mines.
You suddenly look much younger.
Do I?
Almost like a little boy.
What made you say that?
I don't know. Yes. Yes, I do.
Tell me.
Oh, no. No, I couldn't really. You were saying about the coal mines.
Yes. The inhalation of coal dust. That's one specific form of the diseases. It's called anthracosis.
What are the others?
Chalicosis. That comes from metal dust. Steelworks, you know.
Oh, yes, of course, steelworks.
And silicosis, stone dust. That's gold mines.
I see. Oh, there's your train.
Yes.
You mustn't miss it.
No.
What's the matter?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
It's been so very nice. I've enjoyed my afternoon enormously.
I'm so glad, so have I. I apologize for boring you with all those long medical words.
Oh, I feel dull and stupid not being able to understand more.
Shall I see you again?
It's on the other platform, isn't it? You'll have to run. Oh, don't worry about me. Mine's due in a few minutes.
Shall I see you again?
Oh, of course. Perhaps you could come over to Ketchworth one Sunday. It's rather far, I know, but we should be delighted to see you.
Please.
What is it?
Next Thursday. Same time.
Oh, no, I can't possibly.
Oh, please. I ask you most humbly.
You'll miss your train.
All right.
Run.
Goodbye.
I'll be there.
Thank you, my dear. I didn't mean to be unkind.
It doesn't matter.
We can't part like this.
I think it would be better if we did.
You don't really mean that.
Oh, I'm trying to mean it. I'm trying with all my strength.
Oh, my dearest
Oh,
dear.
Don't, please. Don't.
It's no use running away from the truth, darling. We're lovers, aren't we? If it happens or if it doesn't, we're lovers in our hearts.
Can't you see how wrong it is? How dreadfully wrong.
I can see what's true, whether it's wrong or right. There's no chance of Stephen getting back until late. Nobody need ever know.
It's so furtive to love like that, so cheap. Oh, much better not to love at all.
It's too late not to love at all. Be brave. We're both in the same boat. Let's be generous to each other.
What is there brave in it? Sneaking away to someone else's house, loving in secret with the horror of being found out hanging over us all the time. It'd be far braver to say goodbye and never see each other again.
Could you be as brave as that? I know I couldn't.
Couldn't you?
Listen. Please listen. This is something that's never happened to either of us before. We've loved before and been happy before and miserable and contented and reckless, but this is different. Something lovely and strange and desperately difficult. We can't measure it along with the values of our ordinary lives.
Why should it be so important? Why should we let it be so important?
We can't help ourselves.
We can, if only we have the strength.
Why is it so strong to deny something that's urgent and real, something that all our instincts are straining after? Mightn't it be weak and not strong at all to run away from such tremendous longing?
Is it so real to you? So tremendous?
Can't you see that it is?
It's so difficult, so strained. I'm lost.
Don't say that, darling.
Loving you is hard for me. It makes me a stranger in my own house. Familiar things, ordinary things that I've known for years, like the dining room curtains and the wooden tub with a silver top that holds biscuits, and a watercolour of San Remo that my mother painted, but they look odd to me, as though they belong to someone else. When I've just left you, when I go home, I'm more lonely than I've ever been before. Well, I passed the house the other day without noticing and had to turn back. And when I went in, it seemed to draw away from me. My whole life seems to be drawing away from me. And I don't know what to do.
Oh, darling.
I love them just the same. Fred, I mean, and the children. But it's as though it wasn't me at all. As though I were looking on at someone else. Do you know what I mean? Is it the same with you? Or is it easier for men?
I don't know.
Oh, please, dear. Don't look unhappy. I'm not grumbling, really I'm not.
I don't suppose being in love has ever been easy for anybody.
We've only got a few more minutes. Well, I didn't mean to be depressing.
It isn't any easier for me, darling. Honestly, it isn't.
I know. I only wanted reassuring.
I hold you in my arms all the way back in the train. I'm angry with every moment that I'm not alone, to love you uninterrupted. Whenever my surgery door opens and a patient comes in, my heart jumps in case it might be you. One of them I'm grateful to. He's got neuritis, and I give him sun-ray treatment. He lies quite quietly baking, and I can be with you in the shadows behind the lamp.
How silly we are. How unbearably silly.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Thursday.
'Tis all right, isn't it?
Oh, yes, of course it is.
Don't pass the house again. Don't let it snub you. Go boldly in and stare that damned watercolour out of countenance.
All right. Well, don't bake your poor neuritis man too long. You might blister him. There's your train.
I know. I'm going to miss it.
Please go.
No.
I wish I could think clearly. I wish I could really know what to do.
Do you trust me?
Yes, I trust you.
I don't mean conventionally. I mean really.
Yes.
Everything's against us. All the circumstances of our lives. Those have got to go on unaltered. We are nice people, you and I, and we've got to go on being nice. Let's enclose this love of ours with real strength. And let that strength be that no one is hurt by it except ourselves.
Must we be hurt by it?
Yes, when the time comes.
Very well.
All the furtiveness and the secrecy and the hole-in-corner cheapness can be justified if only we are strong enough. Strong enough to keep it to ourselves, clean and untouched by anybody else's knowledge or even suspicions. Something of our own forever, to be remembered. We won't speak of it anymore. I'm going now, back to Stephen's flat. I'll wait for you. If you don't come, I shall know only that you weren't quite ready, that you needed a little longer to find your own dear heart. This is the address. Thank God. Oh, darling.
Please, no, go away. Please, don't say anything.
I can't let you go like this.
You must. It would be better, really, it
You're
would.
being dreadfully cruel.
I feel so utterly degraded.
It was just a beastly accident that he came back early. He doesn't know who you are. He never even saw you.
I listened to your voices in the sitting room. I crept out and down the stairs feeling like a prostitute.
Don't, dearest, don't talk like that, please.
I suppose he laughed, didn't he? After he got over being annoyed, I suppose you spoke of me together as men of the world.
We didn't speak of you. We spoke of a nameless creature who had no reality at all.
Why didn't you tell him the truth? Why didn't you say who I was and that we were lovers, shameful, secret lovers, using his flat like a bad house because we had nowhere else to go and we were afraid of being found out? Why didn't you tell him that we were cheap and low and without courage? Why didn't you?
Stop it, Laura. Pull yourself together.
Oh, but it's true, don't you see? It's true.
It is nothing of the sort. Oh, I know you feel horrible, and I'm deeply, desperately sorry. I feel horrible, too. But it doesn't matter, really, this unfortunate, damnable incident. It was just bad luck. It couldn't affect us, really, you and me. We know the truth. We know we really love each other. That's all that matters.
Oh, but it isn't all that matters. Other things matter too. Self-respect matters and decency. I can't go on any longer.
Could you really say goodbye? Not see me anymore?
Yes. If you'll help me.
I love you, Laura. I shall love you always until the end of my life. All the shame that the world might force on us couldn't touch the real truth of it. I can't look at you now because I know something. I know that this is the beginning of the end. Not the end of my loving you, but the end of our being together. But not quite yet, darling. Please, not quite yet.
Very well. Not quite yet.
I know what you feel. About this evening, I mean. About the beastliness of it. I know about the strain of our different lives, our lives apart from each other. The feeling of guilt, of doing wrong, is a little too strong, isn't it? Too persistent. Perhaps too great a price to pay for the few hours of happiness we get out of it. I know all this because it's the same for me, too.
You can look at me now. I'm all right.
Let's be careful. Let's prepare ourselves. A sudden break now, however brave and admirable, would be too cruel. We can't do such violence to our hearts and minds.
Very well.
I'm going away,
I see.
but not quite yet.
Oh, please, not quite yet.
I want you to promise me something.
Yes, I promise.
Promise me that however unhappy you are, and however much you think things over, that you'll meet me here next Thursday as usual.
Not at the flat.
No. Be at the Picture House Cafe at the same time. I'll hire a car. We'll drive out into the country.
Yes, I promise.
We've got to talk. I've got to explain.
About going away?
Yeah.
Oh, where are you going? Where can you go? You can't give up your practice.
I've had a job offered me. I wasn't going to tell you. I wasn't going to take it. But I must. I know now it's the only way out.
Where?
A long way away. Johannesburg.
Oh, God.
My brother's out there. They're opening a new hospital. They want me in it. It's a fine opportunity, really. I'll take Madeleine and the boys. It's been torturing me for 3 weeks, the necessity of making a decision one way or another. I haven't told anybody, not even Madeleine. I couldn't bear the idea of leaving you. But now I see. It's got to happen soon, anyway. It's almost happening already.
When will you go?
In about 2 months' time.
It's quite near, isn't it?
Do you want me to stay? Do you want me to turn down the offer?
Oh, don't be foolish, Alec.
I'll do whatever you say.
Oh, that's unkind of you, my darling.
Laura,
Oh.
don't. Please, please don't.
Oh, I'll be all right. Leave me alone a minute.
I love you. I love you.
I know.
We knew we'd get hurt.
Oh, I'm being very stupid.
Here.
Oh, thank you. Well, there's my train.
You're not angry with me, are you?
No. I'm not angry. I don't think I'm anything, really. I feel just tired.
Forgive me
Forgive you for what?
for everything. Having met you in the first place, for taking the piece of grit out of your eye, for loving you, for bringing you so much misery.
Yes, I'll forgive you. If you'll forgive me.
I'll see you into the train.
No, please, stay here.
All right.
Good night, darling.
Good night, darling. Are you all right?
Yes, I'm all right.
I wish I could think of something to say.
It doesn't matter. Well, not saying anything, I mean.
I'll miss my train and wait to see you into yours.
No, please don't. I'll come over to your platform with you. I'd rather.
Very well.
Do you think we shall ever see each other again?
I don't know. Not for years, anyway.
The children will all be grown up. I wonder if they'll ever meet and know each other.
Couldn't I write to you? Just once in a while.
No, please not. We promised we wouldn't.
Please know this. Please know that you'll be with me for ages and ages yet, far away into the future. Time will wear down the agony of not seeing you. Bit by bit the pain will go, but the loving you and the memory of you won't ever go. Oh, please know that.
I know it.
It's easier for me than for you. I do realize that, really I do. I at least will have different shapes to look at and new work to do. You have to go on among familiar things. My heart aches for you, sir.
I'll be all right.
I love you with all my heart and soul.
I want to die. If only I could die.
If you died, you'd forget me. I want to be remembered.
Yes, I know. I do too.
Goodbye, my dearest love.
Goodbye, my dearest love.
We've still got a few minutes.
Oh, thank God. There's your train.
Yes, I know.